So luckily, before I rolled out to replacement, I had a friend of mine who at the time was a door gunner on a Black Hawk. At that time when infantrymen could be door gunners, and we served in the Corps together. And I said, give me the lowdown on the infantry units there. And he's like, you got 1st Brigade Bastogne, 2nd Brigade Strike, and 3rd Brigade the Reconnaissance. And he gave me the lowdown. He says, if you want to spend all the time in the field, go to 3rd Brigade the Reconnaissance. I'm like, fair enough. So I arbitrarily, looked on before computers, I found a phone number, and I ended up getting hold of 2nd to 187. And I talked to the Sergeant Major. And I'm like, hey, and I explained, he goes, yep, there'll be a letter of acceptance for when you get here. Come pick that up before you go to replacement. I'm like, okay. So I picked it up, got the letter, went back, checked in a replacement, and then we go to, back then it was, you sit down across from this lady, kind of like we are, and she's like, oh, sweetie, here, you're going to go down to here, blah, blah, blah. It was all paper and stuff back then before computers. And I said, hey, I got this letter for you. And she looked at it, she goes, oh, honey, you really want to go to the Reconnaissance? They're never home. I'm like, absolutely. She goes, okay. And then I went down to the 2nd to 187th. Went to Bravo Company, and I'm laughing because I went to 1st Platoon. And at the time, there was no lieutenant. And I remember this. And I walk in, and my platoon sergeant was gone at the time, Mike Haney. He was a staff sergeant promotable. Back in the day, I think he was promotable for like 5 years. Because it wasn't you have to exhaust, it was just, you could be on the promotable list forever. So the acting platoon sergeant was a guy, Staff Sergeant Rivera. And he was Puerto Rican, and it was like, I couldn't understand him. And what I got out of it is, oh, you must be CID or one of those smart college kids. And I'm like, why is that? Because I went to airborne school in the Marine Corps. I didn't go in the Army. And he goes, well, no one comes in here as a specialist right away with airborne wings. So you're either CID or one of those. I said, I've never stepped foot in a college classroom, and I'm surely not CID. So Haney comes in, I think a day later or something. And this is where the mentorship started again. So he sits me down, and he goes, you got 2 choices. You can be a 60 gunner, or you can be carry the 203. I'm like, I'll carry the 203. I carried one in the Marines. And right then it was a straight mentorship. And it wasn't because of me. He just did it to everybody that came in.